FAQs about Anemone coronaria, a comprehensive guide. As a gardening enthusiast, I've spent a fair amount of time with Anemone coronaria, and I'm excited to share my experiences and insights into growing this beautiful plant. If you're considering adding these vibrant blooms to your garden, you probably have some questions. Let's dive into the most frequently asked questions about Anemone coronaria. See more 115 species in genus Anemone at monsteraholic.com. How to grow Anemone coronaria. Growing Anemone coronaria, often known as the poppy anemone, is relatively straightforward once you get the hang of it. Start by choosing a location with well-drained soil and full sun to partial shade. These plants prefer cooler temperatures, so aim for planting in early spring or late fall. Before planting, soak the tubers in water for a few hours to help with germination. Plant them about 2 inches deep and 6 inches apart. Water them lightly to keep the soil moist but not soggy. When to plant Anemone coronaria? The timing of planting Anemone coronaria largely depends on your climate. In most temperate regions, planting in the fall, September to November, is ideal. This allows the tubers to establish roots before winter and results in early blooms in the spring. If you're in a milder climate, you can also plant in early spring, just as the soil is warming up. Are Anemone coronaria difficult to grow from seed? Anemone coronaria can be a bit tricky to grow from seed. They have a reputation for being slow to germinate, often taking several weeks to a few months. For those who are patient and enjoy a challenge, starting from seed can be a rewarding experience. However, many gardeners prefer to start with tubers, which are easier and quicker to establish. Can Anemone coronaria bloom? Yes, Anemone coronaria does bloom. In fact, one of the reasons it's so popular is because of its striking flowers. You can expect blooms in late spring to early summer, depending on when you plant. The flowers come in a range of colors, including red, white, blue, and purple, and they can add a splash of vibrant color to your garden. Does Anemone coronaria spread? Anemone coronaria is not an aggressive spreader. It grows in clumps, and while it can multiply over time, it generally doesn't take over your garden. If you want to control its spread, you can dig up and divide the tubers every few years. This will help manage the size of your plantings and keep them healthy. How tall do Anemone coronaria the bride get? The bride variety of Anemone coronaria typically reaches a height of about 12 to 18 inches. It's a compact plant, making it suitable for both garden beds and container planting. The delicate white flowers with a touch of green at the center add elegance and charm to any space. How to care for Anemone coronaria? Caring for Anemone coronaria involves a few key practices. First, ensure the soil is well draining to prevent tuber rot. Water the plants regularly, but avoid overwatering. Mulching around the base can help retain moisture and suppress weeds. After flowering, you can cut back the spent blooms to keep the plant looking tidy. In colder climates, mulch heavily in winter to protect the tubers from freezing temperatures. What to plant with Anemone coronaria? Anemone coronaria pairs well with a variety of plants. For a colorful spring display, consider combining them with tulips, daffodils, or hyacinths. They also look great alongside other spring perennials like forget-me-nots and iris. In a mixed border, you can plant them with low-growing herbs or ornamental grasses to create contrast and texture. Can you grow Anemone coronaria indoors? While Anemone coronaria is typically grown outdoors, you can grow them indoors if you have the right conditions. Choose a large pot with good drainage and use a high-quality potting mix. Place the pot in a sunny window where the plant can get at least 6 hours of light daily. Keep the soil moist but not soggy. Indoor growth can be a bit challenging due to the need for consistent light and temperature, but it's definitely possible with some effort. Is Anemone coronaria toxic? Anemone coronaria is not considered highly toxic, but it can be mildly irritating if ingested. It's a good practice to keep it away from pets and young children who might be tempted to nibble on it. Benefits of Anemone coronaria. Beyond their visual appeal, Anemone coronaria plants can be beneficial in your garden. They attract pollinators such as bees and butterflies, which can enhance the overall health of your garden ecosystem. Their early blooms provide color in the spring when many other plants are still waking up. Common problems with Anemone coronaria. One common issue with Anemone coronaria is fungal diseases, especially if the soil is too wet. To prevent this, ensure proper drainage and avoid overhead watering. Another problem can be pests like aphids or slugs, which may nibble on the foliage. Regular inspection and using organic pest control methods can help manage these issues. Comparing Anemone coronaria with other anemones. When comparing Anemone coronaria to other anemone species like Anemone nemorosa or Anemone sylvestris, coronaria is known for its more vibrant, larger blooms. While nemorosa tends to be more of a ground cover with delicate flowers, coronaria offers a striking vertical presence with its showy blossoms. In conclusion, Anemone coronaria is a fantastic choice for adding color and elegance to your garden. With the right care and conditions, it can thrive and offer beautiful blooms that brighten up your outdoor space. Happy gardening!